Good evening, humans. I was reminded today of a story, so we're going to do story time today. I just found out that it is a friend of mine. Her name is Sarah. I know she's not going to mind me saying her name because she's going to remember the story and think it's hilarious too. It is her longtime boyfriend's birthday today. Happy birthday, Les! And I was reminded of the story of when she first went back down to Ohio where she grew up. I ended up going with her. She spent a few years up here in Michigan and went to school in Owasso. And when she was done with school, she decided she wanted to go back down to Ohio, and I was going to go with her because I did have a boyfriend down there, and I wanted to see him. So, this girl, she's so excited to get back down to Ohio. We planned on leaving like the night before, but it was pretty yucky out, and we didn't really have the gas to do it, so we decided to wait till the next day. And so we're going to leave at night because there's going to be no traffic, and 75's always got construction going on, so it was like, we're just going to leave at night. Well, it gets to be about like 8 o'clock, clouds are rolling in, and it's summertime, so it's not dark yet, but it starts getting dark because the clouds are rolling in and it's about to rain. And it didn't really say it was going to downpour, but, you know, all we had was the Weather Channel back then. This was like 7 years ago. I don't know. This is a while ago. And about like 9:30, it starts raining. It's just sprinkling. We're getting ready to leave around 10 o'clock at night. By the time we get on the freeway, which wasn't very far from my grandma's house where we were living at, maybe 10 minutes at the most, it's completely downpouring. To the point that where it's supposed to be 70 on the highway, we're now going 30 because we can't see the people in front of us or the people beside us. It's raining so hard. Now construction. Construction. We have 4 seasons in Michigan. We have construction season, fall, winter, and spring. We don't have summer. Because if you have to drive down any road in Michigan during summertime, there's construction, and there's always 2 phases of construction season. There's the first part that starts in late spring, where they do minimal stuff, and like every once in a while you'll see them tearing up roads. Now it's about the mid-September area, like early to mid-September, where they've decided, oh, we forgot to do a whole bunch of stuff. Let's tear everything up now. So they get to start doing this on 75, and they start the second part of construction season a little bit early. And the only thing I hate worse than construction, because I have anxiety, and that gives me anxiety already, the only thing I hate worse than construction is the detours that come with it. Normally that wouldn't bother me, but I had never, ever in my life drove myself down to Ohio before. I'd always gone with my parents anytime we had gone on a trip. So, we get down to Detroit, and we're looking for the exit to Toledo. And there is a sign that, now mind you, it's still raining. It's fully raining, like downpouring at this point. But we find the exit that goes to Toledo, and there was a sign before that that said Detour, Bridge to Canada, and Toledo. So we followed that detour, and then we get to a second detour sign that we just kind of dismissed because it only says Detour, Bridge to Canada. You would think, if they're going to do this, that they would have put both on there. So we pass that sign, don't take that exit. We get down to the exit that says Toledo. We get all the way down the exit. This way is Toledo. This way is who knows what because we didn't pay attention. Toledo is blocked. Right? Awesome. So we go the other way because we can't just turn around and go back on 75. And we end up in some downtown area, like horrible, horrible area. Like night walkers looking for men to pick up, and drug dealers selling stuff on the street. There's people high as a kite walking down the road, and there's cops passing right by them. They don't care. It takes us approximately 4 hours and 6 different gas stations and liquor shops to finally find out where the entrance was back to 75. Now, in all of this, I was made to go in one time. It was the very first gas station we went into. I'm not gonna, like, portray myself as an extremely attractive girl, especially, like, right now, because I need a shower. But I'm skinny, I'm not ugly, and I was wearing relatively tight clothing. And my husband's not allowed in here when I'm doing vlogs anymore. Get out. Anyways, I go in here and I go to talk to the guy that's behind the glass, and he starts giving me directions, which I can't fully understand at this point because I've got a crackhead next to me, checking me out, asking me for my number, asking me if I've got money, and the dude behind the glass keeps interrupting what he's saying, telling this guy to get the hell out. So, I get the directions finally, but I have no short-term memory whatsoever, and I was kind of disturbed at everything that was going down. I get back out to the car, I start telling Sarah where we need to go, but there was one part I didn't understand. She's like, let's ask these guys. It's like midnight at this point. And there's two guys walking down the road at midnight in a very, very bad area. That shouldn't automatically scream to you, good guys, let's talk to them. Let's roll down the window and talk to them. But she does it anyway. Luckily, they weren't, I don't know them, so I can't say, but they were good enough people that they didn't point a gun inside of our car after I asked her not to roll down the window. But they did give us general directions. We followed their general directions and the directions I was given, which didn't quite match each other. And we couldn't find our way back. We got even more lost. So 5 more gas stations later, a foreign person that had actually lived in the area for quite a few years finally gave us the right directions, and we got back on the freeway and followed both detour signs, even though only one said Toledo. Pouring rain, trying to switch lanes. I say, Sarah, check and see if there's anybody in that lane. I gotta get over. She turns around. She's walking way around. No, you're good. I start switching lanes. I almost hit a truck. A jacked up pickup truck. I almost hit a truck. I could have died. And she's just like, oh, I didn't see it. Sarah, I love you. So, we make our way. This is a 4.5 hour trip. I just want to let you know that. This is a 4.5 hour trip. And had we done the original detour, it wouldn't have took us much out of the way. So, it would have maybe been close to 5 hours. We're going on 6 hours already, 6 or 7 hours, by the time we even hit Ohio. We're confused as fuck from there, but we finally get on 80-90. And it's dark, there's no cars on the road, it's, I don't even know what time, ass early in the morning. And we hit dirt on 80-90. Just go off the road, we're on dirt. So we're both sitting here for miles going, was this road blocked? Like, did we miss a sign? There's like no construction cones whatsoever. It's just dirt on a freeway. So we're like, I think we're like not legally driving on a road right now. And we're going down this road for quite a while before we actually find out that it's fine. We're still on a road. But I didn't know until maybe a couple years ago that they've been working on 80-90 for about as long as I've been alive. So they didn't have construction cones up because they just didn't care. They just weren't working on it at that time. It is now paved. Good for them. I'm glad they did that. My mother-in-law lives in Ohio, so I have to go down there a lot. But we hit 11 hours. 11 hours for a less than 5 hour trip. 11 hours, we finally hit Ashtabula, Ohio. And then, after being stuck in a car with this girl for 11 hours, we finally get into a fight. I get out of the car and start walking. And she calls my boyfriend, she's been longtime friends with him. He calls me and he's yelling, "Get back in the car! Get back in the car! It's Ashtabula!" And I'm like, "Fucker, I lived in Flint! Okay? I lived in Flint! Care about Ashtabula? Psh." I finally get back in the car. Me and Sarah are irritated with each other for a whole nother 5 minutes because we love each other too much to be pissed off that long. And we finally get to Ashtabula. We left at 10 and we got there at about 9 o'clock. It was about 9:30 in the morning we got there. I finally get to see my boyfriend for the first time in forever. We still haven't gone to sleep yet. We hadn't slept since the night before. And it was just the wildest trip ever. And I've told her multiple times, I was like, I'm never going to go on a trip with you again. Because that isn't the first time we've gotten lost with her in the car. I'm pretty sure she's jinxed. And she knows this already. And she's going to laugh when she sees this, I know. But I'm pretty sure she's jinxed. Because I got lost up in Saginaw, too, with her in the car. Because of her friend's directions that she gave me, which I'm not sure if the friend's directions were wrong. It might have been her. But we did circles around Saginaw to finally get back to Owasso. But anyways, that's the end of my story. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to do another vlog because my brother is going to be opening his fursuit. And tomorrow I will also I will post links for the very wonderful lady that made his fursuit. I don't think she's doing commissions right now, but you can always ask. But anyway, stay tuned for tomorrow. See you guys later. Bye!